Hey folks, Brent Fikowski from the Propel Program. We have a beautiful week of training here. The fifth week, the final week of this block, November 17th to November 23rd. I'm going to keep checking my notes here. Propel Competitor, Propel Athlete. I'm going to start by talking about Propel Competitor, which is using the principles that I used to become very, very fit at CrossFit competitions, functional fitness competitions. And lastly, Propel Athlete. I'm going to talk about that second, which is some more general athleticism, some rotation work, some more power work, a little lower skill, right? Not as much Olympic weightlifting, and a little more how I'm training lately, which has been a lot of fun. So, Propel Competitor. This week, we're testing the 333 at the end of the week. Keep that in mind. At the same time, please still train hard this week. I know sometimes I would have a tough time in training if I knew at the end of the week I had an open workout, or if I was testing my 1 rep max clean, or maybe I was testing my 5K run, or whatever that is. Remember, you're training to compete. You're training to compete down the road, right? So don't get too hung up on these little tests, right? We've also got the handstand walk retest. So we've been doing a ton of handstand holds. We've been doing a ton of handstand walking. We've been doing a ton of handstand push-ups. We've also been doing the dedicated flexibility work every Tuesday afternoon, yada, yada, yada. It's been a long training block, but hopefully you're still feeling solid and you can retest the 3-minute AMRAP of handstand walks from week 1. And you can retest this week and go, I did better. That's great. And I believe that original handstand walk test was on October 25th. So you can go back, flick back and see how many rounds you got and see if you can beat that this time, 25-foot sections. Last jump rope skill as well, the 5th week here. So this week is just all about flow. So obviously kind of building up for that 333. So don't want you to just hammer the hell out of your calves earlier in the week. But good opportunity just to flow with it. I found a really good video online of a ton of different skills. And to me, I think that's the missing piece. There's a lot of CrossFitters, and I know I say it in the video too, but please still watch that video, among other things. But a lot of CrossFitters just do double unders, right? Double under, double under, double under. Now you're seeing some singles, you're seeing some crossovers, but change up the speed. That's what I mean. I attribute a lot of my really good ability on a jump rope to just doing jump rope in warm up as a volleyball player growing up. And I'm sure boxers are the same, right? You just kind of mess around. You'd go fast, you'd go slow, you'd do crossovers, single unders. You kind of mess around side to side. You tap around with your feet. You do all these things. And a lot of other people, in CrossFit, it's like, I'm just going to do double unders. I'm going to figure that out. It's like, no, like get that virtuosity. And then if you can change your tempo, if you can jump really high, skip slow, if you can jump really low, skip fast, if I give you a weighted rope, you're going to be fine, right? But if you only know how to double under with your favorite rope on your favorite corner of the gym, you're going to have a hard time whenever I tell you to do something a little different. This is also the last week of the 20 rep handstand push-up build. Next week is more strength-based, 6 to 8 rep range, right? Lots of strict press, lots of dumbbell press to shoulder, stuff like that. So a little more strict strength work there. So this is, if you're getting a little bored of this, don't worry, this is the last week of the 5 weeks. And then next week will be more just like strong, strict press work. So if your shoulders are feeling a little hot, that's okay. Next week, the lower volume, even though it'll still be hard loads, will make it easier. And then that's really what I want to talk about. Enjoy the 333. Don't start too fast on the row. Hopefully we've been doing a ton of work for this 333 twice a week. So you should know your pace by now. And yeah, just sink your teeth into it. Take some breaks on the double unders. That's probably the biggest thing. I think a lot of people made that mistake, is, do 25 to 50 to 75 reps and just take a break. Just stand there for a few seconds and then do some more double unders, right? There's nothing wrong with taking a little break there. Let's move on to Propel Athlete. So this is the last week as well. So the depth drops and the banded pogo jumps, last week of that. I know that can be a little mundane. I really enjoy them. But you don't feel like you're getting like the same output from that, right? It's not as measurable, but really just try and work on quality. I know for me with the single leg stuff, if I can, I'm going to put a mirror in front of myself as I drop off the box and as I do those single leg pogos, just to watch what my knee and my ankle are doing. So see if I tend to cave in, that knee tends to cave in. So the more I can keep it, straight above the middle of my foot, the better. So try that if you can. Last week of these ISOs, we're going to still do some isometrics next week, but they're going to look a little different. We're going to do I'll explain it next week. But, I know these ISOs can be a little boring, but it's important to kind of mix these in as we go. The 3 rotations this week, these are probably two of my favorites. So one is the standing row, which is the slow range of motion, like extending that range of motion. That's the first drill of every week. This 5-week block has been extending that range of motion, extending that flexibility. The second rotational movement of each week has been more strength-based. And this is a landmine clean to press. Kind of fun. A little bit hokey, like, I'm a little more a fan of the straight up, just like barbell clean, maybe dumbbell or kettlebell. But it's still kind of fun, kind of cool. I can see why people like doing it. It's a little less technical. Anyway, still a lot of fun. Like, I think it's still cool. A good way to use that rotational and something that's a little more explosive. You don't have to load it up too heavy, but try to load it up a bit. Have some fun with it. I wore gloves a lot of the time because my hands from the sleeve of the barbell just gets so dirty. But something to keep in mind. And then the lateral slam to scoop toss. This is like the best. I love this one. This is like my go-to. If I'm just going to the gym and I don't have much time in the evening and I don't have time to do the full program, sometimes I'll just do like a little bit of running or rowing, and I'll do this. I love this lateral med ball slam to scoop toss. So kind of get a bit of time to feel this, warm up with it, watch the video, make sure you're putting your feet in a good spot, and yeah, enjoy that one. I feel like that's a good way to end off this 5-week rotation block, and hopefully you're feeling, explosive and you've got a nice range of motion, you're feeling athletic through those med ball slams. And that's it. Enjoy this week of training. And I'm excited for next week. We're going to be jumping into another 5-week block. It's going to be a lot of fun. And yeah, we'll touch base then. But enjoyed this. And as always, train heroic. If you have any questions at all, hit me up there. Any questions on the program, something doesn't look right, just let me know and we'll get to it. Have a good one, guys.